Audio is on.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning from this part of the world. In case you are joining us for the very first time, my name is Vera and I am the face behind my page. And with me, I have my, fellow digital business, owners who, will be sharing their life stories, today. And we also have a special guest, at the end of it all. So we will be, we hope to be giving you, a little bit of things that you need, concerning, this business. So like I said, my name is Vera Ogbomo and I am originally from Nigeria. I am a mom of 6 beautiful children and I reside here in Ireland. Would you like to introduce yourself, please, Angela?
Sure, sure. Hello, everyone. It's my honor and pleasure to be here with you all. I'm greeting you all live from Switzerland. Good evening.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was muted, right? Oh, let me repeat myself. Hello, everyone. Greeting you all according to your time zone. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I am greeting you live from Switzerland, and my name is Angela. I'm a mom of three. I am the face behind Angela Oyameda. I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor, and it is an honor and my pleasure to be with you all today. Oh, sis, you are muted.
Oh, sorry about that now. Angela, thank you so much, for that, beautiful introduction. And please, Sister Salome, do you mind introducing yourself as well, please?
Hello there. My name is Salome Otis. Um, I'm from Nigeria. I'm a business digital owner. I'm a mother of four children, beautiful four children, and I resident here in Belgium. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And bro, we have, among us, is blessed among women today. So we have Brother Michael. Please, do you mind introducing yourself for our audience?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm very happy. Today is the first time I'm going live, even though I'm not scared of the cameras. Uh, my name is Michael Sosa Awolomu, and I'm a proud father of three beautiful children. I'm new to the business. I can say new, yes. Uh, and I reside in Sweden. Yeah, for now, I will just drop that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And please, Sister Doris, do you mind, introducing yourself?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, anywhere you are. I'm, I'm really, really happy to be part of this wonderful business. My name is Doris, originally from Nigeria, based in Ireland. I'm a mommy of three beautiful kids.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. And there's one thing about this digital business. Like you can see, all of us here, right here. We are all digital business owners, but we actually got to meet ourselves, most of us, through this business. And imagine we're global and we are living in different parts of the world. Like I'm from Ireland, Doris is from Ireland, Mike is from Sweden, Angela, Switzerland, Belgium. And we have the privilege and a great honor to have somebody special among us, tonight. And this great grandma, in fact, anytime I talk about her, it's with great passion because she inspired me, to join this business. Because I remember, coincidentally, when I watched my first webinar, she was one of the panelists, and I was like, if she can actually do it, I can do it as well. And I've actually been watching her very closely. And not too long ago, I had her on my page as well. But like I cannot just have enough of her, so I decided, to invite her, to be with us today. So sit back now and enjoy, this beautiful great grandma as she shares, her story, with us.
Thank you so much for that kind introduction, Vera. You are just such a sweetheart. Anyways, my name is Deborah. I am first and foremost a child of God. I'm a mother of 6, a grandmother of 19, and now I am a great grandmother of 7, and I'm a successful online business owner. But of course, that's not always what has been the case. In 2015, I lost my position of many years. I was 60 years old, so you guys can do the math to see how old I am. I was 60 years old, and I had to start looking for work. And I thought, you know what, I'm taking a year off work because I've worked all my life. When I had children, there was no maternity leave paid. So you had child on Friday and you were, back to work on Monday. So yeah, I decided I was going to take a year off work. I got a great severance package when my business, or when was my position had been eliminated. And I, I I was very confident that I was going to be able to get hired, by somebody, because I was really good at what I did. I loved what I did. And it was just not even an option of thinking that I wasn't going to get a job. So took a year off, and then a year come up, and the severance package is getting low. So I thought, it's time to start looking for something. So I took resumes out around, which I had not done in many, many, many years. But I was getting interviews, and um, people were saying to me, how long do you plan on staying in the workforce? And finally I said, I get it. Like, I really understand, it's a business wise choice. When you want to hire somebody, you want to hire them, that you're going to get 20 to 30 years service out of them. You don't want to hire somebody that's going to be gone in 3 or 4 years. So, because in Canada, I don't know, I'm Canadian, and Canada, they only want you to work till, you're 65. They really don't want you to work any longer than that. So, I had to make a choice. What am I going to do? I can't afford to retire, because prior to losing my job, we had a family situation happen, and it took every bit of my savings, my investments, my retirement money. It took everything. But you know what? We do what we have to do to help our family. And that's what I had done. And so, because I had no idea that I was going to be getting laid off, I had confidence too there that I was going to be able to build that stuff back up before it was time to retire. But you know what? There's no job security out there for anybody. Doesn't matter how long you've had a position, it doesn't matter what you do. There's no job security. The only job security you have is working for yourself. So I started looking online, and and I did a lot of praying. I have a lot of faith, and I just said, Lord, just give me something that I can sustain my life, that I can keep my home and my vehicles and, things like that. Just give me, something that I can do, that I can do for the rest of my life. So, I'm an accountant by trade. And it was to the point, what am I going to do? Nobody, the ones that were going to hire me, I would have had to drive a long way, and it gets minus 52 degrees Celsius in the wintertime in Fort McMurray, Alberta, Canada. It gets very cold. So they were going to pay me, not what I was worth, not what I had education for. And I thought, if I'm going to work for a minimum paid job, I must go to Walmart and become a greeter or something. So anyways, I started looking online, and I just said, Lord, I need something that I can do to sustain my lifestyle, and that I can help others, and that I can do this for the rest of my life. So finally, I saw this ad. Well, this ad kept going across my page, across my page, across my page. I didn't know what it was, but I had checked out a few of them, and oh my goodness. Oh, be careful, because there's a lot of bad ones out there. And finally, this one went across my page, and I opened it, and I registered, with my name and my email address, and I watched that 90-minute information session. And I know my face was glued to the computer, because I knew the minute I watched this was a very viable, true, legal business. One of the things they mentioned to me was I could will it. I can will it. What business do I know of? I'm an accountant. I've done many, many income taxes, many businesses, small, multi-million dollar ones, mama, papa ones, just any little thing for, over 42 years at that point. And I thought, what can I do? Like, I can do this. I can will it to my family. So right now, God forbid if anything should happen to me, which it won't because I'm going to live to be 120. But if it did, it would go. I have it willed to my children. Now they could sit back and draw the money out that I have coming into my business now and live off it, or they could step into my shoes and build it bigger and better than I ever did. And I pray that's what they do when I'm gone, right? So whether it's my children or my grandchildren or whoever it is that actually get it at the time. But they also told me that I had to pay taxes on it. Well, being an accountant, yeah, I know you've got to pay taxes. But they told me I was going to get a T4A at the end of the year, which means every country gets their own information slip, and it's your responsibility to claim your taxes and your expenses and all of those. And I thought, wow, like this is the first legit thing I found in looking in almost a year before I found something. So on February 9th, 2007, I became an online digital business owner. It's the best decision I've ever made in my life. My pension that I would have, that I received would never have supported me. If I had not have found this business, I would have been a burden to my children. They would have had to support me because my pension was not enough money to even pay rent, let alone buy food or clothing or travel or any type of life. So I thank God every day that I find this business. And you know what? It doesn't matter your education level, anybody can do this business. Amen.
Wow.
Wow, that is extraordinary. Thank you so much, for that, Miss Deborah. In fact, we all have, our stories of why we, joined this business. And, I must say some stories are actually more, inspirational than the others. Because you can imagine the journey and everything that you went through, and you never gave up. You still tried even, and as God will have it, because you said your prayers, you committed everything into God's hands, and you were looking for something, to help yourself, financially, not knowing that God had a better plans, for you.
That's
So
right.
imagine at that point in time when you left, your job, when you became redundant, you would have been thinking of, what am I going to leave for my children? What am I going to leave for my grandchildren? And while you were praying for God to take care of you, God was also actually taking care of, your bigger plans that you never even knew. And everything kind of just happened to be in this business. In fact, that is just so very, very, good. And, for me, I actually had, similar experience, with you, because I do know that one of my worries was, God forbid, should anything happen now? I'm in a foreign land. How am I going to cope? What am I going to leave for these children? What am I going to, leave for, my family that I left back home? But when I found out, about this business, that I can, is a legacy that I can actually leave for, those
Yes.
behind me. So I just said it's definitely God's, answered, prayers, for me. Thank you so much, for, sharing that. And then before we go further, to ask other questions, I would like to acknowledge all those who have, who are supporting us right now. And we have Lauren Waju. She's saying hello to everyone. I think it is evening where she is at now at the moment. If you're still with us, Lauren Waju, you can actually tell us where you are watching from, and we acknowledge you. Thank you so much, for that. So right now, before we go over to the other questions, like we all know, we have different reasons why. Simon, can you please, sorry, 1 minute. Can you please be quiet for 2 seconds? Thank you. You see, that's one thing about the digital business, and that's the joy of having your own business. Because if I was working for a boss, I would have to answer for that, that interruption. So sorry about that, everyone.
Oh,
So like I said, I will be, asking you, Angela, can you please, tell us Yeah, I know you told us about your little bit of your background before, but can you please just tell us about how you came to discover this business opportunity?
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. I am always delighted to share my whys and my motivation. So I was working in the hospitality industry and also in the administrative sector before I became a mother. Okay, so we all know the hustle is not easy. Once you are a mother, a mom of one, two, three, it becomes really challenging. And if you do decide to want to spend more time with your children, you will have to like cut down your job into part-time or something, or even work towards becoming a full-time mom. Becoming a full-time mom is also not easy because it's also not that easy to depend on one source of income. Considering the fact that we have our immediate responsibilities here, we still have the ones from back home. So we have to face reality. So this was why I was in need of something flexible, something that I could do around my children, something that I can do from home, something where I can call the shots, where I can set my daily priorities, in which I can put my family first. Okay, so and that was how I actually found this business. Just like a lot of us, I tried some online investment. I tried this, I tried. It didn't work. I even lost money, but my desire for change and that big dream of having to be home one day and be able to spend more time with my family, to be there for my young children, that was my driving force. I kept looking, I kept searching, and I saw an ad, of a lady that spoke about this business, and everything she said just ticked all the boxes for me because it was as if she was telling me exactly what I needed. So, despite my fear and past failures, I just, dove in. I checked out the webinar and it was mind blowing what I saw there, the testimonies and all. I'm like, is this for real? So I just had to, take the next step. And, before you know it, I'm a business owner, I'm a business mentor. And, the only regret I have is I didn't look back, okay? Because actually, the first time I came across this business was in 2019. So I did took action and all that. I was pregnant at the time. So I took action. I looked into it, but for some reason I made all sort of excuses because I don't know if I was afraid of success or what was it was, I don't know. So I responded, right? So when I put to bed, now a mother of three, I'm like, oh my God. But I always knew at the back of my mind that I was going to return back to this because I've never seen anything like it. Okay. So now, today, even if I would think of going back to work or working, it would be because I want to, or it's something, maybe let me just do it to change the environment or that kind of thing. It's not a do or die affair, because now with this business, the future looks much brighter, we are reaching goals and, it's just beautiful. It's just amazing that there is something out there for people like us that does not have the technical skills, to actually run a global business that you can pass on to your family, your children, I mean, okay? Because this is a legacy business, we are building generational wealth here. So it's not even just all about the financial aspects. I think as a person, I've gained a lot of personal development, growth. In my I discovered a lot of potential that I never knew I had. So the business does have a way of bringing out the best in you,
Yeah.
making you stretch out your comfort zone to reach greater heights. Thank you so much for the privilege, Sister Vera. Are you there?
Mm. Duty calls, the beauty
Oh,
of motherhood, right?
I think she's busy. So okay, you are muted, sis.
Oh God, what an evening! Thank you so much, for that beautiful, you know, beautiful introduction you gave to us. And please, Sister Salome, can you tell us how you came across the digital business, please?
Oh, thank you very much for the pressure. Yeah, my story, my own started on 2020. It was during the pandemic. Worked at the I worked at the clinic in the kitchen, precise. So it was like very difficult. When I see how things was going and how I was like, in fact, I was scared. What is going on? How things was changing so quickly. Then I started to think, is it what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life? Then I started thinking to have another extra income. Normally, I'm a full-time worker. I work full-time. So seeing everything, I was like, in fact, I'm scared. I think about my family. I think about my children. I think about future. So what if something happens to me? Because a lot of people was dying, people was getting sick, coronavirus, and this. I was really scared. And that time I decided to look for plan B, maybe as part-time, or if it goes well with me, then I'll just look for another thing and stop that work. At first, I did not really find any anything at all because there is nobody would take anybody at that time. A lot of company was closing. There is no work, nothing to find. While I was busy searching, thinking what to do, then I come across Sister Doris. And she told me about this business and how it works and everything in it. I said, okay, because it's good for me. Not only that, I'm a busy mom, I also want to have time with my children and, quality time with them because when they grow old, that's what they're going to count on the parents. What did you do? You're always working. Of course, my younger son is always saying to me, you work a lot. I said, okay, now I have to minimize it a little bit. Then I started this business last year. Oh my God. It was wow. What I saw there blew my mind. I said exactly what is everything I needed. Everything. Maybe very soon I'll just make it like part-time, part-time business and cut off a little bit of my job. That's how I started it. Thank you very
Oh,
much,
very good.
Sister Vera.
Yeah, you're very welcome, sister. You see, we all have different reasons why we got into the business, and there's just one thing that is very, very, unique is that you have your why, and even there are some point that you will get to that you'll probably be discouraged, but then we remember what your why was the reason why you got into the business. You would want to, to pursue it. So before I go over to sister, brother Esosa, I would like to please acknowledge those who are actually watching us from different parts of the world. So we have Olarewaju, who is watching us from Italy. Thank you so much, for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. And we have Nemlin, who is watching us, from Canada. We appreciate you a lot. And we have Jonah from Dubai. Thank you so much. And we have Gania. Gana didn't tell us where she's, watching from, but she's inspired by, by your testimonies. Thank you so much. And we have Latifa, who is also, joining us. So she's also inspired by, our stories. So right now, before we now go down to brother Esosa, Mike, can you please tell us why, how you came across this digital business opportunity?
Thank you very much. And before I say why, I just want to expose a little secret. Sister Vera and I are actually first cousins. She's my younger first cousin. Uh,
Wow.
I yeah. Of course, that makes me Nigerian. And for a Nigerian who we know the scare about so-called Nigerian males, the fraudsters that actually try to dupe people with different mails and sending messages and all that, which is a very negative stigma. Uh, I am a father of three and also part time. I coach a youth football team that my son belonged to. I work full time too, and my job dictates that I have to work shifts. So which means at sometimes when it's having matches, I will not be able to attend, even though I'm the coach. My daughter was my oldest daughter was in gymnastics, and I missed some of her classes too. So I was thinking, what do I do? How do I come out of this vicious circle, like I call it? That is just a continuous. The only other activity that I probably do with the family is the Sundays I'm not working. Yeah, we go to church together. So was going through the net and saying different things just like everybody. But as a Nigerian who's known about the different schemes that they use to defraud people, I always just put these things aside and say, no, I'm not going to fall into the trap, because I always believe that is how you fall into the trap of never being duped. So I was on Facebook one time. I saw my cousin posting and talking about the digital business. I thought, what is she getting into now? Hope she has not uh, opened herself to fraudsters. So I got my phone and then I called her. What are you doing? What is this business you are talking about? And then she started talking about it. I said, are you sure? She said yes. And I said, is your husband aware of it? Because I know he will not allow you to get into such easy means of being defrauded. He said, of course, he's aware. And she is one person very close to my heart. So I said, if you think it's true, if you think it's genuine, then I'm interested. I'm interested in wanting to know more about it. So she was actually very open about it, and then gave me access to, and I registered my email address, and I got to attend one of the webinars. So I thought, okay. So seeing what actually caught my attention that day was that uh, different part of the world, different countries in the world, countries that you would normally not expect to be in this thing were represented there. Talking about 10, 15, 20 different countries and people from different backgrounds. So I thought, uh, normally if it's a scheme, it's a fraud scheme, everybody involved normally are close to each other in a way, either from the same countries or the same background, work background, or that. But this is you have people from different work backgrounds. So I thought, okay, this is something I have to look more into. So I called her the next day. I told her, I think I'm interested, but I am really full of financially and otherwise. I think then I just got back from my dad's burial because I lost my dad, so I had to travel to Nigeria for the burial process, which is very expensive in according to our tradition. I said, okay, you know what? I have a lot on my hands, so I'm interested, but I'm not going to be able to get on with it at the moment. So, but she never let me be. She always called me, what are you doing? You are wasting time. You are wasting time. You have the opportunity. You are wasting time. And then I said, you know what? Okay, I am expecting some money at such a time. When it comes, then I'll be able to start off. Okay, I want to start off small. She said, no, you don't start off small. You have to start off with the trifecta. That is what you have to do. I said, but I cannot. She said, then she told me other means of being able to finance. I said, okay. Like I said, she is very close to my heart, and even though she's younger than I am, I believe every word she tells me, and I know if her heart is pure, and she bonds for her family, and she and her friends, she will want if she's found milk or she's found a tree that is bleeding her milk, she will want everybody to come have a taste, even though she has the opportunity of getting it for herself. She want everybody to have a taste of it. So I had a discussion with my wife, and I said, look, this is something I want to get into. She's not an
Yes.
internet person. She's not very good with social media. She's almost not visible in the social space. She said, "Are you sure?" I said, "If it is Vera talking about it, then it's true." if she's saying it's genuine, then it's right. Then I've gone through it myself. Uh, I've gone through it myself. So I decided, okay, then let's go ahead and do it. And then she said, yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. So I spoke to her. Then I booked my uh, uh, coaching call, and all that went on. And so far so good. I still consider myself as new, but so far so good. I am not regretting my actions, and I think it's worth jumping into. It's worth jumping into. And thank you very much for sharing your different stories, and especially for Deborah. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you.
Wow, wow, bro, you're making me so emotional. Honestly, I am, I am
Yeah.
so honored. Um, do you know what? Because when I got into the business, in my own head, I was like, I would just be, I have to be sure before I bring my own people in. But when I saw that it was too good, I said, no way, I have to tell my people. And especially when he came and approached me, I was like, he saw you on Facebook. What are you into? I was like, bros, you need to try this out. You need to see it. And like you said earlier on, Sister Angela, you said one of your regrets was that you didn't start sooner. And that was my regret. And that was one thing that I told him. I said, listen, I do not want you to miss out on so many things that I missed out on. Because in my own case, I had to make this decision. So I had to ask, I'm under someone, I'm under my husband. I have to ask him until he gives his approval. But in your own case, you are the decision maker. So that is why most of the time when I see, men in the business, I'm like, oh God, I'm always, oh God, the wives are very, very lucky, you know, because it is, I feel like it's easier if the wife is a skeptical person and the man is not. And I think the business, tries, better. So I thank you so much, for that, lovely, testimony that you just shared. And I can't wait to see you soar in the business. I can't wait, to see
Thank you.
a lot of our business, I mean, our family people come into the business because to tell you now, we have our fourth cousins, we have about 250 50 of us, right? From one
Yeah.
grandfather. So imagine if those actually pours into the our community. So we are going to end up, have about okay, we're going to end up having having about the whole community transformed for good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
right now, I'm going to give the opportunity to Sister Doris. Can you please quickly tell us before we go over to Grandma Deborah, to shed more light on our experience. Tell us, please, how you um, got into the business, Sister
Thank
Doris.
you so much. Thank you so much, Vera. Thank you everyone for this opportunity again. When I was in UK, I was once working, but when I got married, I had to move to Ireland to join my husband. Then after that, kids started coming. I was now thinking, how to get an extra income so that I can be able to help my husband and our family back home. I was searching. I did a lot of stuff, a lot of online business. Some of them worked and some of them didn't work. I lost a lot of money there as well. But last year, something happened. I was discussing something with Sister Vera. She invited me over to her house. When I went there, we were even talking something different from business. She now told me that there's a business she was doing. I said to her, my sister, please, I'll be looking for something to do so that I can be able to generate more income. She has explained the business to me. I said to her, don't even talk more. Just give me the website. She sent the website to me. I was in her front. I registered straight away. But when I got home that day and watched the webinar,
Oh, this is
oh
not
my
good.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was so overwhelmed. When I said, okay, let me just talk to my husband. When I told him, he said, no, they are scammers. Don't go there. He said I should not go there. They are scammers. I said to her, Sister Vera, she's doing it. He said, okay, if Sister Vera is doing it, you have to be careful. Oh. Check first so that you can know how you're going to do it. Because there are a lot of scammers. They might and scam you as well. So you have to be careful. But after everything, he now told me, okay, I should continue if it's really what I want to do. That is how I started the journey. It has never been any regret there. it has been going smoothly, both health wise and financial wise. Thank you so much, Sister Vera.
Yeah, thank you so much, for sharing your testimony, Sister Doris. And because we are kind of time restricted now, so we're going to go straight,
Yeah.
into our main business. Our main business is we want to listen to our special guest. So before we let her go, we just want her to share other experiences with us. Mama Deborah, as an immigrant in Mexico, okay, can you please, tell us? I know you're very, very successful in the business. What strategies and approaches, do you use to ensure the success of your business? Because I, I do not know how you do it. The only thing I know, I'm seeing results. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing everything. So I just wanted to share those, tips with us so that we will also, benefit. As you can see, we have newbies among us, who really needs this tip.
Well, first of all, you need to show up. That is the biggest thing, is being taking responsibility of your business. So, I treat this like a full-time business. I get up in the morning, I have my schedule, I have a whiteboard to the side, and I have it all marked on there what I'm going to do for the day. So I think time management was a big thing because I was all over the place. Believe me, when I started this business, I didn't have time management. I didn't have anything, because I was always used to working for somebody and they had my time management. So when it came to myself, it wasn't as easy to do the time management on myself as it was to follow a process. So I made myself a process that, this time of the day I do certain things. This time of the day I do certain things. This time of the day I do certain things. This time of the day I do my training. I still every day do a portion of the training. Even after all these years, I still do. And I think it is so important for us to be mentors and
Mm,
coaches to know our business inside and out. And if we can't answer the questions, and believe me, I can't answer all questions, but I know where to find the answers. So
mm,
that's the important thing. Know where to find the answers when somebody asks questions. And I love this business. Like, this business has saved my life. It literally saved my life. You know, I went through the bouts of the big C and they told me to go home and get my affairs in order. And I said, whoa, you're not speaking that over my life. I got a lot to do. And I was doing the business at the time. And, today I'm the big C free. I won't even give power to that word. So I'm big C free today. And, but I still, like I say, I don't miss my trainings. I don't miss them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And if I can't be there exactly at those times because of other commitments, then and Wednesday, there's no excuse. That is my Wednesday night. There's nothing else that will take me away from Wednesday night. But sometimes I miss Tuesday night, so I have a time slot that I can watch it the next day. So I make sure that I never miss the Tuesday core fundamentals and the Wednesday mastermind. Those are essential to learning this business. And another thing is, I don't try to keep up with the Joneses. You know, everybody says, "Oh, so and so's doing this, so and so's doing that." Well, that's okay. That they're faster than my pace. I work at my pace. And that was one of the things I had to learn. I had to learn to get out of my comfort zone, and I had to learn that not to stress myself, because this business was meant to make a difference in people's lives. It's not meant to stress us out. And if we're getting to the point of stress, then we need to just slow down a bit, right? Work at our pace. Call a friend, right? Did, do you have a question?
Yeah. Does any of you have any question for my Deborah before she goes, please? Does anybody have any special question? Maybe one that we've not asked or one that she's not, mentioned.
I want to make sure that you don't forget your why you started this business in the first place. And a lot
mm.
of people that start making money forget their why.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't ever forget where you came from, who you are, And it doesn't matter where we're going as long as we don't forget where we came from. And our
If yeah,
families are our lives, right? And everybody that I know that have started this business, family is part of their why. So don't ever forget that. Don't ever put this business before your family. But this business will change the life of your entire family, and I have seen it over and over and over again. And this business gives people purpose. I have people that joined the business just for socialization, just because they've never seen a business that, um, you know, a lot of the businesses they got involved in before. Once they were involved, that's it. They were on their own. They've never seen one like ours. I have the 50 plus group and everybody over the age of 50. And every Wednesday afternoon, we have a Zoom call. Sometimes it lasts 2 hours, depending. If someone needs help doing something, that's what we work on, right? So, it's just be there for the people that you bring in the business. Be there for them. Be available to answer their calls. Be available to set up a one-on-one with them. Be available to make sure that you can guide them correctly. And that's the biggest thing to success in this business is just showing up, being there.
I have a question. Please, what
okay,
strategies do you use, Debra, please?
What channel do I use?
Yeah, what strategies do you use, please?
Oh, strategies.
Yes.
Advertising. If you don't have an ad, you don't have a business. So one of the things that you have to do
Wow.
is advertise. If you don't advertise, it's socialization. It's a party. But if you have to be advertising. And I know some people have lower budgets. Some people have overextended themselves. But follow the training to a T. Don't waver from it one little bit. But you must have an ad, whether it's a free ad. There's so many platforms out there. Business cards, I have business cards with me at all times. I never leave a restaurant, a grocery store, a taxi, anywhere without giving them my business card. That's my
Cool.
thank you to them. And you know what? That has changed a lot of lives. I have a lot of business partners from business cards.
Wow.
That's advertising. So you do what you have to do when it comes to doing an ad, right?
Yeah.
And if people get, so they can't do it on Facebook anymore, then they have to um, do it somewhere else because Facebook is not everything. But I do believe Facebook is the best platform,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
isn't everything. There's so many other ways. Just move on. If you're bought a car and it breaks down, right? So you advertise on Facebook, it breaks down. You buy a car, it breaks down. Are you going to sit and cry over that car, lean on it when you go out in the driveway and say, oh no, I lost my car, I can't go nowhere? Are you never going to leave your yard again because your car broke down? No.
Mhm.
You're going to find a way to get another one or to get
Yeah.
to go where you're going to go. That's the
Mm.
same with this.
yeah.
Facebook gets shut down, you just move on to somebody else, right? You just
Yeah.
move on to the other person. So,
Wow, thank you so much,
Thank you so
Mama
much.
Deborah. Since we don't have enough time now because she needs to go to attend to
yes.
other people who are also waiting to enjoy this,
Yes.
this unique, gift that she's sharing with us. And also, Sister Angela is
Thank you
also
very
ready to go.
much.
So
Uh,
we are not going to
Barbara,
hold
can I
you for
ask
so
one
long.
question, please?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Challenges. Oh my God. I wanted to ask if you have any challenge during this period.
Oh my gosh, yes. I had all kinds of challenges. When I first started this business, I didn't even know how to put a picture on Facebook. So yeah, I've had a lot of challenges. I used to work on a computer 12 to 14 hours a day, but I never learned how to do social media. So I had a lot of challenges. Thank God I had a 12-year-old grandson that knew the computer inside and out, and he loved his old grandma lots to have patience to help me. So, and he taught me how to Google. Anything you want to know about your computer, about any platforms you're working on, all you got to do is Google it, right? And you get your answer. So, yeah, I had
Yeah.
major challenges.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank
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 you.
you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much for that. We are
Oh,
not going to be
Thank
holding you any
you. Thank you
longer.
very much for
Thank
your
Yeah,
you
time.
so much
we
for your time.
God
thank you
bless.
so much for everything.
Thank
Hopefully, we will
you.
see you again next
All right.
time.
thank
And
Bye.
you.
Sister
Bye
Angela, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
bye. Bye.
Thank you. So we are still going to
Bye.
continue. Sister Angela, are you still with us for a few minutes?
A few minutes because I really need to get back to the kids now.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Just anytime you feel like going, you just go. Okay.
Oh, all
Um, Yeah, so that's it, everyone. Actually, it's a pleasure to have, Deborah here. And in fact, I wasn't even expecting her to even honor this invitation because she's been on my page, before. But the fact that, she gave me the chance, especially when I explained to her that I needed her to speak with us here, and then I needed her to share a story because I know
Okay.
that our story was going to inspire us. So
Yeah.
I just said it is better for, for us to, to have it this way. And I'm glad that she came. And even though our time was actually limited, usually I'm the one who is telling her to please cut off because my my time is always usually scheduled. But today is the opposite. But thank God. But at least we still hope we still gained some things from her experience.
Yeah.
So before you go, Sister Angela, we just quickly acknowledge those who have been supporting us. And then, so we have Latifa Lawani, who is very very happy with her stories, and then she said she's learning a lot. And we have, oh, you're going to help me with this name now, but King is Sitabile King. Thanks for sharing. Best business. Thank you. That's a very lovely, feedback. She said she's watching from the UK. Oh, thank you so much for that. And then we have Divine Rigor, Magluian, who is also appreciating the discussion. You see, sometimes when you put things out here, you never know who is going to benefit, from it. That is why
Yes.
you always have to come here and give whatever little or
Yes.
knowledge that because a lot of people are probably going to have their life changed or even become business owners by your little action. And Peace, Oyi Bruno is also appreciating us as well. Thank you. We all appreciate you so much. We love you because you're actually showing us love. Yeah, we love you and we appreciate you because without you, we might not even be motivated to come up here and do this.
Yeah.
And Sister Angela, before you go, do you have one or two messages, for our viewers?
yeah. Thank you, sis. I just wanted to say, sometimes we focus on the negative things in our life. We focus on why it will not work, why it's not for me. I don't know if I can do it. We have a lot of excuses that keeps us from, taking action and doing the needful. And then we also forget that if we keep on complaining, we are not okay with the situation we are in right now. And then we keep complaining, but we are not doing anything about it. Nothing is going to change. So if we don't want to be in the same position a few years from now, if what we have been doing for the past years is not getting us to where we want to be, then it's time to make a change and just do something different. Because sometimes
Yeah.
what we think we can never do, like, oh hell me, no, I can't do that. That is exactly what we need to do to turn things
Yeah.
around. Okay.
Mm.
Because most of us here, we post once in a year on Facebook. Some of us don't even have Facebook account before us. We are not very active on social media. But because of this business, it's for a good cause. So I personally, I am very happy to be on social media doing something that is beneficial to me and my family. So if you are someone who is interested in the business and you are still skeptical, you just have to overcome your fears. If for some reason you cannot sleep at night, you keep thinking about this business, you keep following pages, people doing this business. It doesn't matter if you register with Mrs. A and then you register with Mrs. B. It's the same thing. You're not gonna, I don't know why people are, going from A to B, hoping, what are you? It's the same thing, the same process, the same procedure, the same business. So we as mentors, we as people who have gone ahead of you, we are delighted, we are happy, motivated to keep you inspired and help you get started. That is why we are here. If it was not good for us, if it was not working for us, we will not be here talking about it. If it was not real, we will not be here sharing our stories, our true stories, just to inspire you, because we know that this is a life-changing opportunity for everyone. And thankfully, there are no special experiences needed to get started. You just need your why, a mindset change, a positive mindset, and then just take
You're
action.
good to go.
You cannot know the end of a journey before you start it. Okay. For example, most of us we plan all our journey to relocate, but we didn't really know how it's gonna be. But we took that, it was a risk. We took it anyway. So life is all about risk. No risk, no fun. Life is all about risk. You cannot know it all. If the next doable, is achievable, go ahead and do it. Then now you can worry about the next step. Stop worrying about the end of something you have not even started. Okay. And procrastination is another thing that kills dream.
Yeah.
Procrastination and doubt, these are dream killers. You don't know how this business can be of help to you. You don't know until you start. People started this business in a space of 6 months. Their life is completely different. Okay, assuming they didn't start, they will still be in the same position. So you don't know how this can unlock your blessings. You don't know how it can change your life and that of your family. So please, if you cannot sleep at night because of this business, that means you have to do it. Take that leap of faith today and get on board. There is no time to waste. Really not. So that is it for me. And of course, if the first step, the doorway to the business is to register for the webinar. If you cannot register for the webinar to watch the webinar, that means the business is not for you. No time to waste. Okay. So if you are interested, sign up for the webinar. That's the doorway. Without signing up for the webinar, you are not going to get all the information. You're not going to know what's involved. You're not going to know nothing. You'll just be imagining things and talking yourself out of something that will actually help you. So thank you everyone for having me. I appreciate. I wish I could stay longer, but I
Thank you so
rush
much.
rush to the kids now and put them to bed. It's late.
Yeah, thank you so much, for being with
Thank
us. We
you.
Thank
appreciate
you
you a lot,
so much.
You're welcome.
Anyways, we
Thank you
are
so
going to round
much.
up where you are gone, and it's still going to stream on your. You will watch us anyway after.
Yes, I'll
When
keep
you
watching
have
and
the kids
watching
in
you.
bed. Yeah. So yeah, that's okay. So thank
All
you so
right.
Thank
much,
you.
for being with us. We love
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye,
Love you.
everyone.
Bye.
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 So I'm
Bye.
going to quickly highlight, some of the tips that we actually gained from, Deborah, because as we know, we really do not know, as we know from experience, we don't know who will be benefiting, from this. So just for for us to have this, at the back of our mind, especially as business owners as well. So we one of the tips that she shared was that she said you have to show up, for your business. You said you have to show up for your business. So what this means is that you see the way a lot of people are posting. You like what Angela just mentioned. She used to post once in a year, but right now as a business owner, she has to just be out there, and there is nothing to really worry about because you have everything on the training site. In fact, our training site is our Bible. You have everything there. So it's going to guide you, it's going to teach you how to do things. And peradventure, you are stuck, you always have people who will be out there, to support you. You have the community. As you can see, you have people from different parts of the world. You might be lucky enough to have people who are on the same, time zone as you are. Why why you might also have some who will be on different time zone, but somebody will always be out there to answer whatever questions that you have. This is why we are using this opportunity to invite a lot of people from different parts of the world. You have heard our stories. You have seen how we all found the business. Some of us just found it just by googling online, I mean playing online. But the truth is you are out there. Some of us who are posting, you're posting for free, posting for your family, posting for your friends, or posting for people that you do not know. But the truth is that you can utilize that time to create a life of your dream for
Yes.
your family.
Uh,
And there are some of us who never ever wanted to be on the social media at all, and probably because they had negative experiences. But right now, social media is actually a very healthy place to even to even walk in, because right now you have Mita who actually restructured everything to make sure that everybody is safe, to do anything as far as you are not going against the policies, of the business. But so you do not, there is not no excuse, that you have to give to not to do the business. And also, if you are someone who is out there, you are thinking, oh my God, I don't know I don't know anything about technology, so I cannot do it. But you've heard from Deborah just now, right? In fact, I don't know if she doesn't inspire you. If she doesn't inspire you, I don't know who else or how else I'll be inspired. You'll be inspired because this is someone who never knew how to operate anything at all. But because she knew what she wanted, she knew that what she wanted was her dream. To one to overcome her health, challenges which she had, and the other one was she was at a point in her life that she has actually you would like she has retired. If you ask me, imagine at the age of 60 you've retired already,
Yeah.
and you've almost given up on everything or every opportunity in life. But this business actually gave her a chance, a second chance at life, at everything, at her health, at her financial situation. Now she is a proud digital business owner who is also planning to leave this business for her her family. And yeah, thank you so much, Doris. Sorry, Dorcas Strength. Um, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. We are glad that we are able to inspire you as well. Yeah, thank you so much. So that is it. There is just nothing to stop us. Like for me, my cousin has already said I had the reason why I needed to start this business. But the truth is, I did not. I made sure I stayed and watched. If it watched and looked at every corner to make sure that if I'm going to be bringing somebody in, if I'm going to be involved in, let it be that if it's going to be like a scam, let it be that I'm the one that will lose. But when I saw that it was just too good and this could actually be an answered prayer, my secret answered prayer to God, for my family, especially for someone who came from an extremely large, family. So I just couldn't just hold it anymore. I just said I would keep, introducing it to, to my people. So right now that's where we have it, and I'm glad that a life and a whole, not just a life now, a whole family's life is changed, by this,
Yes.
by that
Yeah.
action. So you can always do the same. And if you are out there, you are watching us. If you are watching us from Doris's page, if you are watching us from Mike's page, if you are watching us from my page, or if you are watching us, from Salome's page, or if you are watching us as well, from Angela's page, you know that you can actually get in touch with them personally. It doesn't have to be me. Get in touch with the person that you are watching from their page, okay? Get in touch with them. They have been through all this. They are experienced. They are going to show you the same way that they went through and to become an established digital business owner. I hope we've been able to help you out there. And does anybody else have anything to say?
Yeah, for myself, if I can do it, everyone out there can do it because me, I'm not a Facebook type at all.
Yeah,
So if I can do it, everyone outside there can do it as well. You don't need any experience, as Sister Vera has said. You don't need, the only thing you need is just your phone, internet, and your laptop. That's all.
yeah,
Everything that you need is inclusive there
yeah,
in this business. So when you join, all that you need, the training, all you need to do, just watch the webinar. That is the starting point.
yeah.
If I can do it, you can do it too. Stop
Yeah, just
wasting
quickly,
time and take action.
yeah, for anyone who is thinking, how do you watch the webinar? It is by logging into the website that you see on the screen. If you are watching from Mike's, page, you will see his website there. Okay, so get on to Mike. Mike will be able to put you through. If you are
Yeah.
watching from Doris's page, yeah, that is Doris's, website. Log, get onto her, and then she will put you through. If you are watching from Salome's page, that's her website as well. Get onto her; she'll be able to put you through. And if you're also watching from Angela, Angela is no longer here with us, but she's streaming live on her page at the moment. So you can also get in touch with her and you will not have any regret. So if you're also watching from my own page or my own channel, you can get in touch with me. It doesn't matter who you get, who you come in, from or who you come in through. But the truth is that you are going to have the right, the correct support that you need, to establish your business. And for example, you might have someone who will say, "Oh God, how about?" It's not about having those support, but how about I can't present myself? I can't even look at the camera. If you are looking for someone who used to be camera shy, I'm number one.
I'm me
If you're
too.
looking for someone who used to have some speech impediment, I'm number one. And today, because if I remember that this one, I'm not doing it for my children. I'm doing it for their children's children's children.
Not
So
only
just
you,
imagine they
eh?
have to come, from everywhere, and it will, yeah, that is it. It will always, revive every whatever dry bones or dry,
Yeah,
cells that is in you. So don't worry, don't just put your worries behind
Yeah,
you. Just take that first step of registering your name and your email address on this website, and we are we
Just
are we assure you.
if I just
yeah,
say something that like that, it's uh in life. y- I believe that the only thing stopping you can only be you. No other person can stop you
yeah,
except yourself.
yes,
yeah.
If you, it doesn't matter how you fantasize or how much you daydream about being successful. If you don't actually take a step to try to go through a process, you won't know if you will succeed or fail.
yes.
Uh,
No.
my youth football team, we played a match about 3 weeks ago. The first 20 minutes, our opponent were leading us 4-1, and the
Mm.
kids were looking dejected, they were looking disappointed because they knew they were prepared for the match. They thought they were going to win, but we just kept encouraging them. Look, you are better than these kids. Go back there and give them your best, even if we don't win. But just try to have fun and give it your best.
Yeah.
Eventually, at the end of the match, we won the match 7-6. So
Wow.
we're able to score six
You
more
see?
goals and we stop those people from
You
not
see?
scoring at all. So
You see,
if you don't make the effort, if you don't try, yes, sometimes you try things and you fail. Yeah, but then
Yeah,
you've gotten that experience, you know that okay, this is not how you do it. If you want to succeed, you do it differently next time.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
but if you don't make the effort, if you keep limiting yourself because there are scammers out there, there are fraudsters out there who do people, you will never succeed. So I
yeah,
believe uh, you have to try, you have to make the effort.
yeah, yeah,
If you take the first step, then the second step will follow. But if you
yeah.
stand still, you will remain at the same spot.
Yeah.
That's my belief.
Yeah.
just
So what
thinking
I
that,
want?
yeah, you just mentioned about scammers. The truth is, even as parents still in the business, we still have people coming into our pages. And we know they are scammer because we've been taught. We know already. We know what they look like. We know their message. They always have these same messages anyway. And what I end up, telling them, what are you wasting your time trying to scam people when there is actually legitimate business out there? And two of them out of those ones that actually contacted me was like, "Are you sure? Can I know more about it?" I'm like, "Go down to my website and then you'll be able to see for yourself."
you see?
And that was it. So the truth is that, of course, they'll probably become digital business owners tomorrow, but probably they don't know that there are legitimate ways you can earn with your laptop, or you can have your laptop lifestyle and still earn legitimately.
Yeah,
So
of
yeah,
course. So there is one thing I want to add into this our talk. We all have said it all, and it's a real thing we are doing here. It's a real business.
yeah,
Sometimes we made a bunch of excuses why it's not gonna work. Sometimes you look at yourself, oh my God, this is not me. Why it's not you? Why you have not tried? Sometimes we have to try and reset our mindset. Sometimes you see things, you say, oh, how will I gonna do it? Is it for me? And sometimes we can be too skeptical. Am I gonna do this? No, it's not me, it's not me. No, we don't have to think that. You just have to try. Give yourself time and chance, ability. See what you can do. Because if we did not try, always giving excuse like my brother said, we are not going to go anywhere. You will still stay at the same spot every time, every day. For example, me and myself, I don't even imagine myself being at the camera talking. I don't even imagine myself to have that confidence. I can remember the first time I have my first child, my heart was, it's like pounding, eh? What am I going to do? But as time goes on, I found out that I've learned a lot of things. through this business. The training, the courage, the support I have from my colleagues is amazing. That kind of knowledge is not something somebody will just lose immediately. It's there. A little bit of effort, when you are climbing a step, you have to take it one after the other.
Yeah.
So step by step, we are gonna reach there. So stop delaying or stop thinking if it is for you. If I can do it, I work full time, but I still do it. If I can do it, I think everybody can do it as well. Yeah, that's where I
Absolutely true.
get it from.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And it's very sad that we have to end this at this very moment. Although this is just the beginning of many, to come, right? I hope you'll
Yeah,
be
Yeah,
able, you people, will honor the invitation when you're asked, to
absolutely,
tell yourself invited.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you
absolutely,
yeah,
so much.
absolutely,
absolutely.
Yeah,
yeah.
thank you so much for your time. May God bless you all. And until our next, session, we say goodbye for now.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. We love you
Nice
all.
weekend.